What it is though? Yeah. I get her. I get her. I get her. Yeah. I get her wet, I get her so wet. And after she's done, little mama say next. Next, no MTV. You can watch me only on BET. Turn on your television, I'm getting going, and it gets it on. Now I got her in my room, taking off the thong. She won't leave me alone, she wanna go. Dave boy 6, so I'm like, oh no, don't leave, I ain't finished. Something like a dentist, I am in it, no stop. Dave boy, keep it talking like the time on the clock, time on my watch. Octagon, I make that booty stop like I make it clap, and then I bring it back, and you know I run it back. Something like Warren Sapp, and you can't tackle me. Dave so sick in the club, I don't even need an ID, don't try me. I get her. I get her. I get her. When I spit, the flow is so crucial. I got the game on smash like sumos. Nobody does it better, I guess I'm clever. He'll call it clever, well I call it whatever. When it's beef, my dudes stand strong like statues. While your man's is egg quick to scramble. Life is zero, talking straight worthless. My goons be behind you like Verizon service. I get it wet, yeah, wetter than the ocean. Not ludicrous, but man, I got the potion. I can make it shake, yeah, I can make it shiver. You want a pizza, so I guess I'ma deliver. I'ma do it, I'ma get it, I'm a beast, I'm a savage. Make it disappear and come back like magic. Stretch it out, something like elastic. Do see through like plastic, tragic. I get her. I get her. Hey, I get her. Hey, I get her. I get her wet. I get her wet. And now little mama wanna have sex, so I'm like, oh yes, oh yes. She said, Dave, when you do it the best, cause you got me.